Well, to no one's surprise, Coach, it is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 57.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We go set.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Bell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Bell. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 50.
He's brought down by Micah Hyde. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
We're inside. Mike 57. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken short. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check 53, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Jim, on 52. 53 is the mark. 53, check 53. Okay, double up.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Yeldon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Bryant is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down now, it's White. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Target, it's Anderson.
Let's go.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Airing one out for Crowder. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now it's Darnold. He can run for it. Darnold, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with
T.J. Yeldon. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
On first down, it's Bell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. As the first half is winding down, and the Jets will extend their lead. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. This is Bell. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Throwing on second down. Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 57, Mike, 57. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike.
A final shot before half for Allen. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start the... And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Big hold of the 30. He finds Yeldon. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 6-6, pull it high.
Going for it on 4th down, Allen. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That one complete to Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Yeldon. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll run with Yeldon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down and 4. Allen, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Again, it's Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it with Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Eluding the pressure right. He hits White, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. On 1st down, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
But he tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The red 80. Right. He's done right here. He's done right here.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Hey, check Mike 57.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Yeldon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On the run, it's Yeldon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. On play action, Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Deuce, 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 deuce.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Flush. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Here we go.
He's got room to run past the 20 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it with Bell. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Le'Veon Bell stopped short of the line to gain. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Bryant's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's caught inside the 25. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jets, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4.